Small and compact, but raised up, so it's very practical. It's the Honda Jazz on stilts. This is Honda's WRV. Launched just a couple of months ago here in South Africa, this is the Honda WRV, the bigger, wider, longer version of Honda's Jazz. In fact, it's a compact crossover SUV this. So around the body looking at it, while it looks a bit like the Jazz, it's actually 40mm wider, 40mm longer, and perhaps principally most important here, 40mm higher off the ground. And what that means is, it's the Jazz for people who want perhaps something a bit more active, a bit more for get out there and get the adventure done. And with Honda's reputation that the Jazz is built of being a great all-rounder compact car, this new little WRV is got quite a reputation to go on. And I'll tell you one thing, having driven it now for the past week or so, I really have been impressed by it. Now there's two models in the lineup. You get the Comfort and then the Elegance, this being the latter of the two. And there's quite a few visual changes which come out on the Elegance edition, but also quite a few interior features. So you're going to be paying about 30,000 Rand more, even though mechanically both cars are identical. But I'll tell you this, before we get into the features, take a look at the interior and spend a little bit of time around the cabin. The Elegance is the one I think you're going to want to go for. It's well ergonomically laid out. Clear instrumentation cluster up ahead, easy reach in my steering wheel mounted controls. And of course, this being here the Elegance edition, I've got the likes of cruise control, I've got this touchscreen little climate controlled air conditioning screen, I've got keyless go and entry with push button start here, and the big one is at the center of the dash, I've got a touchscreen based multimedia system. Now it's actually an Android based system, very customizable, it's got widgets, easy to use. Of course you can plug into the likes of Android Auto here, Apple CarPlay, all your multimedia sources, and quite nifty, you got two charge sockets, one 1.5 amp, one 1 amp socket, as well as a power outlet here in the front of the vehicle. You've got storage here in the central armrest, and if I put the vehicle now into reverse, I've even got a really nicely laid out little backing up camera, as well as park distance control. This is really why I think you'd want the Elegance edition, but more about that when we're out on the road. It's also when you're out here on the road that you can get a feel for what the Honda WRV is all about. And it's actually a great drive, incredibly comfortable. I think Honda have to be one of the best manufacturers at building compact city cars in terms of clever packaging. This Honda is all about clever packaging, clever use of spaces. So before I even jump in here and show you what it's like me seated behind myself, all the usual stuff, let's show you these seats. Now it's incredibly practical, and as you can see, a simple lift here, putting this bar down, you've now got what they call Honda's magic seats. And that's something we all need to talk about here on this car. There's very few cars out there, in fact it's the only one I know of that's got this exact arrangement. It is incredibly practical. Now you've got a massive amount of space here. You've got a door which opens up very wide, almost 90 degrees here, easy for loading. And even if I climb in here now like this, you can see how much space I've got. Makes it perfect for loading bigger objects. You can do that of course with both seats here if I want, which I'll do in a sec. I'll show you what the space is like, but you can fold them both completely away. And then with ease, I can put this back down, fold it back into place. Now if I jump into the back here, I've got a really comfortable place to be seated. Thanks to the high roof line, great amounts of headroom. Knee room's incredibly good too, even with the seat right back in my driving position, bearing in mind I'm about 180 centimeters in height. I got controls here for the electric windows, no rear air vents, but really nothing to complain about. A lot of space and practicality. That continues into the boot, which is deep and can also encompass quite a lot of luggage load space. Overall spaciousness of the cabin, that far stretching windshield in front of me, the space overall in here just feels very, very big and very impressive when you're sitting in here. It really is a comfortable car. It puts its power down really, really well, particularly around the urban commute. It's got 66 kilowatts, 110 newton meters of torque. But the one thing you find is, with this being a smaller motor, unlike the Jazz, which is available with the 1.5 litre engine with 88 kilowatts, it does tend to rev quite high when it comes to highway cruising speeds. We're talking 120 kilometers, 60 odd miles and above, where you find that the car does tend to be that little bit more shouty, the motor. Now, it's not that it doesn't work, it actually averages great fuel economy. I've been getting in the 6.5 litres per 100 kilometers. It's just that you find it really is built principally to be a great motor around the city, but yet it also is just a great overall performer in terms of being compact and well packaged, and I really have enjoyed the drive overall. Now, Hondas have always been built on reliability, and the WRV is a car that feels incredibly well put together. The overall solid build of the interior, backed by Honda's warranty and peace of mind, and I think what you've got here is a perfect little compact crossover SUV. From me, Jason of TechnoBok, until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Cheers for now.